Joining me now with more on the impact is Adtalem Global Education CEO, I should say, Steve Beard. Steve, it's great to have you here. Welcome.
Great to be here.
So what do you make of the new policies so far under the Trump administration?
Well, we're still examining it, but we don't think it has a real immediate implication on our business. We think the secular demand trends for healthcare professions are durable and lasting. These are still exciting opportunities for students who want to be physicians, nurses, veterinarians, and social workers, and we expect that to continue irrespective of what happens around entitlement cuts.
Yeah, so for instance, if we start talking about, okay, maybe pressures on the Medicaid space and less access to care there, would that mean that there's less demand for your graduates over the years?
Absolutely not, because the shortages across these professions are large and growing. Literally hundreds of thousands of nurses, physicians, and social workers that will be missing from the system by 2032. So there's just a long way to go to fill that gap, and we don't think immediate cuts to Medicaid or reimbursements will have any meaningful impact on that.
Department of Education, I mean, that's talking more about like the high school level. But I mean, so literally when you look at the policies that you've heard about so far, which are tailwinds for your company, which are possible headwinds?
Well, look, I think anything that has an impact on the Department of Education is something we're monitoring closely. But everything we understand about those initiatives is that the primary responsibilities of the department will go elsewhere, but they won't go away. Student financial aid will be there. Support for research will be there. It's just a matter of where we go and what agency we face off to deal with those issues.
Well, the taxpayers aren't going to say, so you're just moving the deck chairs around.
Exactly.
That's what you think. This is more show than substance.
Well, look, I think there's a philosophical desire to have the government play a smaller role in education, both at the K through 12 level and in higher ed. I don't have a dog in that race, but I do think the fundamental operations of the Department of Education will persist in some form.
Corporate taxes, I mean, is that an important initiative? Are you watching to see what happens on that front, or is it kind of a shrug?
Well, obviously, we're taxpayers, so we pay close attention to what happens there, but it's not a meaningful part of our overall economic model.
Yeah, so when you look ahead to this year, you think, it's going to be a good year, demand steady, with all the uncertainty in the economy, so on and so forth?
We think the demand for healthcare professionals is large and growing. We think the attractiveness of these professions for students is large and growing. And because traditional higher ed isn't expanding capacity for these professions, it creates a lane for us to step in. And we believe that's durable, and we'll enjoy those trends for some time to come.
Yeah. Is there a DEI angle here at all? I mean, is that a set of policies that have helped your graduates or affected your company? And is the kind of pressure now to unwind those programs something you think about?
I think it's primarily an issue for elite, highly selective institutions. We're in the opportunity business. We're here to create more opportunities for more students to be healthcare clinicians, and we can do that without discriminating against anyone or excluding anyone. So it's not such an issue for us, but I think for highly selective institutions, it becomes a challenge. Right.
Anything else that if you're in the cabinet meeting tomorrow, anything you want to have those folks think about?
Well, look, I think anything that can help expand the population of clinicians that support all of us in healthcare is something we should take a look at. I think the shortages of healthcare professions impacts everyone with your waits to see a specialist or your wait to get in to see your physician. So we're supportive of anything that helps us grow the pool and address these long-term workforce challenges.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people out there hoping there's more pressure on United Health, this time from Chuck Schumer today. Do you think like a major overhaul is needed here to kind of clean up the healthcare system?
Look, I think there's great sentiment and appetite for a healthcare system that's more responsive to the needs of patients, where people feel like the rationing of healthcare isn't quite as severe as it feels to many people. And I think part of that solution is actually growing the healthcare workforce, which is right in our lane.